Most people who see her for the first time don't even realize she can't walk because she doesn't live her life based on what she's missing. Every morning, she sits in her high chair and eats her breakfast. Then she gets into her special stroller and heads outside. She watches the ocean, discovers new scents. She even goes shopping with her family. In her eyes, there is no fear, no sadness, only an endless sense of curiosity. Today, Crystal has a loving family, people who take her everywhere, and a friend who never leaves her side. Wherever Crystal goes today, Tumba quietly follows right behind her. They sleep side by side on the couch. They wander around the yard together. The moment Crystal's special stroller is brought to the front door, Tumba excitedly gets to his feet too, because wherever they're going, he'll be right there beside her.
That's what's for lunch today. Some chicken nuggets.
But years ago, no one believed that this tiny baby raccoon would one day live such a happy life, because it all started with a baby raccoon so small it could fit in the palm of a hand, found beside a backyard swimming pool. One morning, the Wildlife Rescue Center received an emergency call in the backyard of a house right next to the pool. A tiny baby raccoon had been found all alone. When we arrived at the rescue center, the first thing we saw was a baby so small it could almost fit in the palm of my hand. His eyes hadn't fully opened yet. He was constantly shivering. It was obvious he had been separated from his mother hours earlier. We searched the area for a long time. We waited, hoping his mother would come back, but no one came. He was so tiny that, even if he had been left alone for just a few more hours, surviving would have been almost impossible. So we took him to the rescue center. The first few days were promising. She eagerly drank her bottle. And with each passing day, she grew a little stronger. Everyone believed she would recover quickly and one day return to the wild. But months later, something happened that none of us expected. Crystal began having trouble walking. At first, we thought it was just a minor balance issue. Then her hind legs gradually became completely weak. The veterinarian spent a long time trying to find the cause. In the end, the truth came out. A rare immune system disease was affecting her nervous system, and Crystal would never be able to use her hind legs again. The news broke all of our hearts, because returning to the wild was no longer possible for her. Crystal was with us now. During the first few days, she always wanted to be held. She was afraid of being alone, and the moment she heard a human voice, she immediately calmed down, as if she never wanted to be abandoned again. We also had a dog in our family, Tumba. The first time they met, they watched each other for a long time. Crystal sniffed Tumba with her tiny little nose. Tumba didn't rush. He simply sat where he was, as if, "You don't have to be afraid." That was what he wanted to say. And the friendship that began that day never changed, even after all these years. In the beginning, Crystal's favorite place was right beside Tumba. Wherever she lay down in the house, Tumba would come over and lie down just a few steps away. Sometimes, Crystal rested her head on his back, and sometimes she quietly slept beside him. When you watched them, it felt like you were looking at two siblings who had grown up together for years. But as Crystal grew, her personality began to shine through. She was incredibly curious and a little mischievous too. Sometimes, for no reason at all, she would pull Tumba's tail. And other times, she would play little games with him using her front paws. Tumba, however, almost never reacted. He would simply turn his head and look at Crystal, then lie back down where he was. I think he knew she was only playing. Over time, the trust between them grew so much that seeing one without the other became almost impossible. Crystal couldn't walk, but that didn't stop her from exploring life. One day, one of our supporters gave her a special wheelchair. At first, she was a little scared when we put her in it, but just a few minutes later, she had already started exploring everything around her from inside the chair. From that day on, we started going on little adventures almost every day. She went to parks with us, we took her on nature walks, and sometimes she spent hours by the seaside. As the wind brushed against her face, Crystal's eyes sparkled with excitement. Even though she couldn't walk, her curiosity never changed. She loved discovering new scents, listening to the birds singing, and examining every little detail around her. Her tiny ears were constantly moving, never missing even the faintest sound. One of Crystal's favorite moments of the day was mealtime, whenever everyone sat down at the table. She had a special place of her own. She would sit in her little high chair and patiently wait for her food to arrive. Sometimes she would hold onto the table with her two front paws, as if she were listening to the conversation while looking around. Everyone who saw her for the first time couldn't help but smile, because Crystal was never raised like a pet. But her family wanted her to feel like she was part of the family. And Crystal felt that with all her heart. Whatever was happening around the house, Crystal was there too. Whenever it was time to go grocery shopping, her stroller was getting ready. Whenever we were going to the beach, she was always the first one to get excited. The moment she heard the door open, she would impatiently start looking all around. By then, we couldn't imagine doing anything without her. Tumba, as always, walked right beside her, as if he were her protector. People would stop and watch them, take photos, and most of the time they would say the same thing. What a beautiful friendship. Today, Crystal still can't walk, but when you watch her, you don't even notice it, because her life isn't defined by what she's missing. It's filled with the love she has. She has a family who loves her. She has a friend who never leaves her side, and she has countless little adventures that give her a reason to wake up excited every single day. Sometimes, happiness isn't about having a perfect life. Sometimes, it's simply about having a few hearts that accept you just as you are. And that's exactly what Crystal's story is about. Life can sometimes take everything away from you, but the right people and true friendship can give you a reason to smile again. Maybe Crystal never returned to the wild, but instead, she found a loving family. And if you ask me, sometimes the most beautiful home is the place where you're loved the most. And finally, if you ever think about giving an animal a home, please remember that it's about much more than just giving love. Every animal has different needs. Some require a special diet, some need constant care, and some may need lifelong support. So before adopting, be sure to do your research, learn about their needs, and make sure you can provide them with a safe and loving home for their entire life. Because they are not a passing impulse. They are a friend who will stay with us for a lifetime. For an animal, a true home is not just four walls. It's the place where they feel safe, where they know they are loved, and where they will always belong. If you enjoyed this story, please support the channel by liking the video and leaving a comment. Thank you.